I've been going on canoe camping trips as long as I can remember, mostly exploring Algonquin Provincial Park. Some of my earliest memories are of sleeping in the bottom of the canoe in front of my mom's feet while my two older brothers and our two dogs sat in the middle of the canoe and our parents paddled us around. At first, these trips were simply something I went on because my family did. But as I grew older and became my own person, I found myself continually drawn back to the wilderness, even taking my first solo canoe trip this past May. Through my own experiences and hearing stories from others who are also drawn to wild spaces, I find myself wondering, why are we drawn to leave the comforts and safety of our homes for the challenges and unpredictability of camping in nature? Perhaps it's not just adventure we seek, but something deeper, a return to a more instinctive way of being. In a world dominated by schedules and screens, the wilderness offers a rare sense of presence and connection. In this video, I will explore how our attraction to nature is not irrational, but rather rooted in both psychological and evolutionary needs that remind us of who we are and our most foundational purpose on Earth: to survive. Exploring this question begins with my personal story. While on my first solo trip earlier this year, I had plenty of time to reflect on what I enjoy about camping, and specifically why I wanted to go on this solo trip.
I'm just trying to think of why I did this, like why I want to do this. I think I wanted to do this to prove to myself that I could. Because I feel like this is kind of like the ultimate kind of independence. It's like I'm responsible for everything. Like I'm responsible for canoeing, for camp, for the setting up a tent, cooking. There's no reliance on other people. But honestly, I prefer camping with people. That's what I like about camping. It brings everyone together. Like, you don't have internet out here. Well, actually, I say that, but there's actually like one bar of cell service, which is quite funny. But like there's no devices. Like everyone's just in the moment. I love sitting around the fire after a day, and just everyone's like talking and telling jokes and stories, and I think that's the best. Like that's what camping's all about for me.
I find camping to be incredibly de-stressing, since all I have to think about are the bare necessities of life: eating and drinking, shelter, and sleeping. There are no worries about what people are thinking of me, or if I'll finish the assignment on time, or what my boss will do if I'm late again. All there is to do is get up in the morning, pack up, make breakfast, and start canoeing. And it all feels incredibly purposeful. According to Breitman, numerous studies have demonstrated that experiences in nature are associated with an increase in subjective well-being, a decrease in mental distress, and an increase in a sense of meaning and purpose in one's life. Furthermore, according to the Canadian Psychological Association, spending time in nature restores ability to concentrate, reduces symptoms of anxiety, and increases impulse control. While this research gives a foundation for why people like to spend time in nature, like going for walks on their local trails, it doesn't explain why people enjoy the greater challenge that comes with spending extended periods of time camping in more remote areas like parts of Algonquin Provincial Park. Evolutionary psychology offers one explanation. According to Edward Osborne Wilson in his book titled Biophilia, published in 1984, humans possess an innate and evolutionary-based tendency to seek connection with nature and other forms of life. Our ancestors, who were more attuned to their natural surroundings, were more likely to survive and thus reproduce. And as a result, we have inherited a psychological affinity for nature and the natural habits that were once necessary for our ancestors' survival. So why do we leave the comforts of our home for the uncertainty of the wilderness? While science explains that spending time in nature reduces stress and improves focus, maybe the real reason runs deeper. Maybe we seek the wilderness because it reawakens the ancient part of us whose purpose is to survive. Out here, surrounded by the sounds of wind, water, and silence, life feels simple again. Each day has a purpose. Get from your current location to some further location, fully reliant on the capabilities of your body. For me, canoe camping is about reconnecting with the version of me that feels most real. And I'm reminded that humans and nature aren't separate. We are a part of the same living system. And out there, away from the noise and the screens, that evolutionary connection is most obvious. Maybe that's why we keep going back, to remember where we came from.